The food scene in Tampa Bay is hot, with new joints opening all the time.
We take you into the kitchen to talk food and show you the best of what the Bay has to offer.
Watch Great Day Dining Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on Great Day Live.
Let me help you separate fact from fiction. I'll verify your questions.
Well, good morning. I'm Jameson Euler. Today is Friday, May 24th.
Feels good to say Friday. I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. Let's send things over to meteorologist Amanda Pappas. She's got a check of your forecast to start you off on this long weekend, and it is going to be a hot one.
Oh, it is going to be very toasty out there. That is right for sure. So make sure you are staying hydrated and also seeing that we are clear and dry to start off this Memorial Day weekend. Now, I know today is a huge travel day over the next 6 hours. I'll be traveling myself, so head to the airport a little earlier if you can. And we do see the Mahaffey Theater sky camera is going to be beautiful right now. So if you have anyone flying into TPA to enjoy our lovely weather and our conditions. Well, we're at 79 for right now. Dew point is rising, and that just means we are mild and sticky as soon as you step outside. 76 right now for Tampa and 74 for Port Manatee. We get up to the low and middle 90s for today. So stay cool, and I'll have more on exactly what you can expect for this weekend all coming up. But Sarah, what is going on in the traffic world?
Well, we've got some overnight road work. Thankfully, we don't have any big crashes that are slowing drivers down in a big way right now. Taking a look outside across I-275, this is the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Looking good so far. As we get a look at some of the areas that are seeing some overnight road work, this is one of them. This is I-75 not far from MLK. Should be wrapping up here. I actually don't see people out and about right now as far as crews actively working, so maybe it is already wrapped up. And you can still see the cones out, but no major slowdowns for drivers through this area. An earlier crash off of US 41 through this portion of Hillsborough County is clear. 41, 301, 75 all looking good. Bradenton Drive, not bad either. That's traffic. Jameson, back to you.
All right, Sarah, we're going to check back with you shortly. Some new developments this morning for the man accused of shooting a pregnant mother during a road rage shooting in Palmetto earlier this month. In just a few hours, he will face a judge. 10 Tampa Bay also getting our hands on these crime scene photos from a family member. You can see at least 7 bullet holes in these photos. Deputies say Vincent Steele of Riverview shot up a pickup truck 7 times, hitting the 36-year-old woman 3 times. Also inside that truck was her fiance and 9-year-old daughter. At last check, she was recovering and her unborn twins are healthy. Both were not injured. Steele faces 5 counts of attempted murder for each person inside that truck, including the unborn twins. You can read our extensive coverage of that story and the lead up to the shooting over on 10tampabay.com.
Well, the family of Tanya Whipp is holding a vigil tonight in Auburndale Park. It's around this time last year that her boyfriend says he last saw her. Auburndale police stopped the search at Russell Carroll's home just days ago. Investigators searched his home for clues on her disappearance. Court documents show detectives right now believe she is dead, and the only suspect is Carroll. Now, to be clear, right now he is not facing any charges in her death, but was arrested last week for allegedly taking money from her account. Tonight's vigil is planned from 6 to 8 o'clock.
Well, switching gears this morning, many of you are making plans to head to the beach sometime this holiday weekend, and some of you will also bring some sort of shade to maybe get a break from all the heat and the sun.
Oh my gosh, you need it out there, right? It is warm. Now, there's some confusion right now over what you can and can't bring to Reddington Beach. 10 Tampa Bay's Jenny Dean joining us live from the beach this morning to clarify what you can and can't take with you. Good morning, Jenny.
Yeah, you know, we're all going to need some sort of shade at the beach when that sun gets really hot out there, when you're sitting on the sand. And Reddington Beach is one of these small Pinellas County beach towns, only 1 square mile. But this small section of beachfront is really making a lot of waves for residents here, because recently a woman was out here with her family and she was told by a Pinellas County deputy that she was not allowed to have her shade canopy and she needed to take it down. Live in Reddington Beach, Jenny Dean, 10 Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I certainly see both sides of this. Jenny, thank you. Staying on the beach this morning, if you're planning to get some sun this weekend, check which beach you're going to. The Department of Health has issued a health advisory for Bahia Beach in Ruskin because of an increase of bacteria there in the water. If you do go outside this weekend, make sure you drink a lot of water. High going to be 93 degrees today, but in some inland neighborhoods, it's often a few degrees hotter than that.
Humidity not helping us out either. Heat is the #1 cause of weather-related deaths, and one study found certain communities are more at risk. 10 Tampa Bay's Miranda Parnell takes us to one area that city leaders are hoping to help cool down.
And city officials say they want to use data they found from that study to drive decision making in the future. The Tampa Bay Rays taking a big swing at fighting hunger today. They are holding their Cereal for Summer drive. Right before tonight's game, you can drop off breakfast items outside of Gate 1 or Gate 4. Donate at least 5 items. You'll receive 2 free vouchers for a future game.
College sports will never be the same. How a historic settlement could change the financial structure for athletes as early as next season.
I'm Nick Volturo, live in Tampa, and it's been a turbulent sea for Florida home insurance rates, but the tide could be changing. We're going to tell you why coming up next.
Good morning to you guys. We see a beautiful start to your Memorial Day weekend. So we are clear and dry on our downtown Tampa sky camera. Seeing that, we have to get you to TPA. That is why I'm starting off at Tampa, because I know it is a very busy travel day. Luckily for takeoff and landing, we shouldn't see any weather delays. Don't let the pilots blame it on at least this local pattern. It might be weather across the country. We have some other areas with severe weather, but we are good to go. Just mild and muggy out the door, and I'll have a full breakdown of what you can expect all weekend long for your long weekend up ahead. Sarah?
Hi, Amanda. Good morning to all of you. 5:10 is the time as we get a look outside. Most of our Bay Area roads look like this. So if you're going to be driving, AAA expects a lot of people to be hitting the roads. Now's a good time. Traffic is still light. So hopefully you get to where you need to go for your fun weekend.
10 Tampa Bay Traffic is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
The latest numbers from NOAA are out, and everything's pointing to a very busy hurricane season ahead. But remember, it only takes one storm to change your life. We'll show you step by step what you need to do now so you're storm ready.
Thursday at 8 on 10 Tampa Bay, sponsored by West Shore Home.
We come across a lot of false information every day. It can be overwhelming, so let's verify it together. Email me your questions. I'll help verify what's fact and what's fiction.
Stay informed with news alerts that are sent right to your phone. Stay prepared for any kind of weather. Stay connected to your community. Download the 10 Tampa Bay app. Sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay with Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario. 10 Tampa Bay is live right now.
A historic forecast from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicting 17 to 25 named storms this hurricane season. Not what we want to hear. It's the highest preseason prediction.
But first, unexpected relief from insurance companies as we enter this predicted busy season. Many insurance companies are pledging to keep rates unchanged, some even dropping their prices for homeowners. 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Volturo on why this might be happening. Nick?
Yeah, Jamison, Caitlin, good morning. And after a roller coaster, right, of ups and downs, things are starting to level out. So what's the deal, right? Well, some insurance premiums are holding steady while others are even dipping. For now, reporting live in Tampa, Nick Volturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
Thank you so much, Nick. Really good to hear that information. And don't worry, I got you covered. I am bringing the sunshine for you guys for this weekend. So beautiful Memorial Day weekend up ahead. Now here's the deal. Last 3 days we have seen very hot temperatures. The next 3, look at this. We're going to be seeing even more. So please make sure you're staying hydrated and you have a game plan for you and your family this weekend to have some fun in the sun, but also to stay cool. We're going to be hitting 93 for your Memorial Day as well to honor those who have fallen. We do see that Mahaffey Theater sky camera looking gorgeous to start. 79 for that current air temperature. Dew point at 72, meaning we are just icky and sticky as soon as you step outside. It is a mild and muggy start here all across the Bay Area. You really don't escape this heat and humidity. 67 for Brooksville, 76 for Tampa, and 79 for St. Pete. Next 12 hours, we warm all the way back up to about 93 degrees for your afternoon high temperature, and we don't see a lot of this rain. Now, also looking ahead to the future, 8 days away from the official start of hurricane season, and myself with Colleen Campbell, we have been sitting here since yesterday analyzing these numbers. I was watching our online stream from the National Hurricane Center, and look at what NOAA put out. So dun dun dun, the time everyone has been waiting for. NOAA has our predictions in, and we are calling for a very active season up ahead. So right now is the time to pick preparation over panic. Get those kids together, get everything that you need to do done, game plan in place. But for today, we have a spot shower, sun and clouds, hot, 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 93. We have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend up ahead. Sarah, good morning. Oh, and one more thing, guys, before we get over to Sarah. 10 Tampa Bay is your hurricane headquarters. Speaking about it being 8 days away, we're here to keep you informed, prepared, and connected from what should be in your hurricane kits to why Florida is vulnerable to flooding and the changes you can expect during this year's hurricane season. Watch our Storm Ready special Thursday, May 30th at 8 p.m. Let me tell you, we put a lot of time into that, and it's really important for you to see.
Yeah, all right. Very important stuff there as you get out the door on the roads this morning. You might want to know what's it like. Hey, we're going to be traveling, and if you're going to be driving around Tampa International Airport, or maybe you're catching an early morning flight, overnight road work or construction will not be impacting your drive this morning. Our drive times around the airport are clear. A reminder to check with your airline before you get out to make sure everything's okay with your flight. Looking at here on the roadways, I-4 near 31st Street, things are up to speed through this area. And then our predictive traffic tracker showing our drive times are all in the green right now. A smooth start to our ride here for our drivers through portions of Pasco County and portions of Hernando County as well. Good morning to our friends through Dade City, Spring Hill, and then also looking at Bradenton. The only thing we're seeing is a little purple on the screen. There's some overnight road work there happening for 14th and 15th Street, just north of State Road 70, so heads up about that. AAA is getting ready to rescue nearly 400,000 drivers nationwide. It's all because of car trouble they say a lot of people experienced during Memorial Day weekend. They are also working to keep impaired drivers off the roadway. So important. That's why they're activating their free Tow to Go program starting today. What you need to do is you can call 2Tow to Go and you can get your car and a free ride towed up to 10 miles. So heads up about that. They do say it should be a last resort program. They do recommend ride sharing first and then calling Tow to Go if you absolutely need it. All right.
Now, this is 10 Tampa Bay Sports.
All right, the Tampa Bay Rays, they're back in action tonight, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak.
Sports director Evan Klosky takes a deeper dive into some of their woes, plus why collegiate athletics is about to drastically change.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a cool skateboard.
Yeah.
With their new graffiti, the fun jerseys they're doing.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
All right, lots of people are planning time with their loved ones this weekend, and maybe that includes the grill.
Yeah, up next, safety tips to make sure your weekend doesn't go up in flames.
It only took one news tip from a viewer to meet families still devastated by Hurricane Irma.
I thank you guys for stepping in.
Our statewide investigation got the government's attention and got victims what they were promised.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tonight at 11 on 10 Tampa Bay.
All of that looks good, but ahead at 5:30, it may be the unofficial kickoff to summer, but for two Tampa moms, they're reminding us of the many names and faces behind our long Memorial Day weekend. That's next.
10 Tampa Bay Closed Captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay with Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario. 10 Tampa Bay is live right now.
And good morning. You're waking up with 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Jamison Euler.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie with meteorologist Amanda Pappas over here. Getting us some warm temperatures, but a nice weekend ahead. At least dry for the beachgoers. And you've got some good news on the roadways to start you off. Sarah Rosario, busy girl.
Good morning.
It's a busy day for a lot of travelers, too.
Yeah, lots of people expect to be out on the roads, but just stay safe and pack your patience, as they say, that cliche.
What do they say, 2 to 5 today is going to be the worst on the road?
Yeah, it's going to be, in the afternoon, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and it's going to be really hot around that time, too.
Yes, so people's tempers are going to go up. They're going to get hot from that.
AC, podcast.
Yes, exactly. All the zen that you can get to keep you and your family cool and keep those tempers cool, too. We do see out on the roadways right now, 10 out of 10 for those visibilities, so that's good. We don't want to see any patchy fog cause a delay. There shouldn't be, though. And we do see that we are mild and muggy already, so you can imagine if we're at 79 right now and the sun's not out yet in St. Pete, it gets only hotter from here. 69 for Wesley Chapel, 76 for Tampa, and 73 for Port Manatee. We want to help you plan out your day. Take a live look at this. The Don Cesar looking beautiful this morning. Great option if you wanted to head to our beaches for this lovely long weekend up ahead. Some headlines at you. You can see patchy fog could be an issue. Hot, hot, hot. And I'll have a full breakdown of your Memorial Day weekend all coming up. Sarah, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Amanda. Good morning to all of you as you get a look outside and say, oh, what's it going to be like as I'm getting ready to hit the roads, go see my friends and family. Maybe you're going go someplace fun for me. Will you then send me a note like, hey, Sarah, here I am. Look at me. All right. State Road 60. I'd like to say I'd show your pictures, but I'm not like the weather person does that. So maybe I'll just promote you online or something. Thank you, Amanda. All right. Okay, so here's what it looks like at State Road 60 Memorial Highway. It's looking clear. Most of our Bay Area roads are looking good right now. I-4, no big delays to tell you about. Pasco County friends, our drive times are up to speed. Little Road, US 19, State Road 54 east and westbound as well. Right now, everything's looking good. We'll send it back over to you, Jameson.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Looking ahead and happening in just hours, the man accused of killing another man in Ozona over a borrowed car will be back in court. Yesterday, during his first court appearance, a judge postponed bond for 37-year-old Matthew Weldon. The judge says the extra day will give everyone time to figure out what assets he owns to determine his bond. Weldon faces second-degree murder for the death of 49-year-old Carol Bryan. According to deputies, Weldon and Bryan met 2 weeks ago at a bar when Weldon reportedly loaned Bryan his car. Deputies said Bryan was late returning that vehicle, leading to Weldon killing him. Weldon is back in court at 8:30 this morning.
Right now, one person is recovering in the hospital after a fire in St. Pete last night. This happened at an apartment building on Dartmouth Avenue North. Firefighters say they saved one dog and 2 cats from the burning building there. Here's a look at the damage. Right now, the Red Cross is helping 4 displaced families. This morning, the cause is under investigation. Keeping an eye on your money this morning, several people are voicing concerns online about the recently renewed SunPass toll relief program. It's supposed to save you money, but those credits have not hit customer accounts. The program started again last month, but we called and used the online customer service feature, and we got this response. The 2024 toll relief program started April 1st, and credits will begin posting once the administrative processes of the 2024 Florida legislative session conclude. As of now, there's not a date for when the toll credit will be applied. Right now, it's not clear what the holdup is, but we are staying on top of this for you. We reached out to the Florida Department of Transportation. Right now, we're waiting to hear back. We're going to keep you informed about when to expect those credits to hit your account. New this morning, a dangerous disease seeing an uptick right here in Florida. Take a look here. Researchers at the University of Florida say we're seeing an increase in leprosy cases, and, well, he's one of the reasons why. The disease can cause nerve damage in humans. Researchers, they're tying the recent spike to armadillos. According to experts, the small animal can spread harmful bacteria through dirt. According to a new Tampa Bay Times report, 13% of the nation's leprosy cases, they were reported in Brevard County alone. Experts say the best ways to avoid the risk of leprosy include not eating, touching, playing with those armadillos.
Who plays with an armadillo?
I want to know who eats them.
Yeah, even that's a good question.
That's my question. Hunting armadillos is legal in Florida year-round without a license. Health officials recommend hunters wear gloves while doing so. Usually I would say no judgment, right? But a little judgment this morning.
Little
judgment this morning.
We're in the middle of a busy Memorial Day travel rush, taking a live look at TPA. Hey, we just checked the big board for you right now. There are 7 delays. There was 1 cancellation as well. Remember to check with your airline before you head out to the airport. FlightAware is another good one, too.
Yeah.
New here on Brightside, many of us around the Bay Area have big plans for the Memorial Day weekend.
But military families here in Tampa are reminding us this long holiday weekend is also and always about one thing, and that is sacrifice.
Most definitely is. Right now, 10 Tampa Bay reporter Andrea Lyon joins us in the studio to bring us a story straight from 2 Gold Star moms who say this time of year means everything to them. Andrea?
Hey, good morning, Jameson and Caitlin. This was very special to me to sit down with these 2 mothers over at Veterans Memorial Park in Tampa. And as they told me, important for them to keep their sons' memories alive. Wow. I loved meeting with these women. It was very special. But because of the loss of Annette's son, Paul, she now serves as the vice president of the American Gold Star Mother. She says that really saved her life. And she'll also be speaking on Sunday at 10 o'clock over at the Veterans Memorial Park and Museum in Tampa. She'll be talking about 50 other Tampa Bay soldiers who lost their lives and just honoring everyone involved. Again, that's happening at 10 a.m.
Yeah, a reminder of how thankful we are of their service and sacrifice, and the families too that are impacted.
And I love how that mom said, you know, don't forget the reason why you're having that barbecue this weekend. Yeah. All right, Andre, thank you. She's a dedicated committee member of the Vietnamese American Medical Professionals of Florida. We'll tell you how one woman is using her platform to speak up about the importance of mental health.
My name is Candy Alexander. I am a resident of Hillsborough House of Hope. I'm 72. I had my own business. I ran my own home.
She did very well for herself, but at 56, following a doctor's appointment to treat arthritis, Candy Alexander found herself at rock bottom. Next on 10 Tampa Bay, how she lost everything and is now earning it back thanks to a local women's home.
Good morning to you, and to honor all those who are fallen this weekend, and to also just ring in this weekend as well the right way with your friends and family. We have a beautiful start to it. Look at this from the Ascent St. Petersburg Sky Camera downtown. We are kicking off this Memorial Day weekend beautifully. We'll see temperatures really start to warm up, so a heads up there. We get up to 93 potentially for today. Stay cool, and also we have major updates in terms of any weather you need to know with your travel plans up ahead. Speaking of which, Sarah?
Good morning. If you're going to be traveling across any of our Bay Area bridges, this is the Howard Franklin Bridge, and it is clear right now. It's starting to get a little busier than what we saw just about a half hour ago. Obviously, that'll continue as we get closer to the rush hour time frame. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
It only took one news tip from a viewer to meet families still devastated by Hurricane Irma.
I thank you guys for stepping in.
Our statewide investigation got the government's attention and got victims what they were promised.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tonight at 11 on 10 Tampa Bay.
10 Tampa Bay gets you storm ready Thursday at 8.
Celebrating Asian American, Native American, we are celebrating Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Month by highlighting local business and telling the stories of individuals in your community. Dr. Kathleen Geringer moved to the States at just 4 years old. Her family was part of the Vietnamese boat people who immigrated here after the Vietnam War.
And she graduated from high school at 16, received her doctorate at 24, and has now owned her medical practice in South Tampa for over 20 years. With all the hard work she's put into her career, she did not expect how difficult it was going to be to take home the crown at a recent beauty pageant, especially for her mental health.
Now, she is using her platform to share how the experience helped expand her medical knowledge. She's incredible. Beautiful inside and out, especially when it comes to mental health, which is her focus.
Yeah, she says she's constantly learning new things and probably won't be slowing down anytime soon.
I don't think so. She's got a busy road ahead. All right, let's send things over to meteorologist Amanda Pappas. She's busy getting that forecast together for your long weekend. It is going to be a warm one.
It's going to be a long, beautiful, but hot one for sure, Caitlin. So make sure you and your family have ways to stay cool and stay hydrated, please. With water, might I add, if you're doing a boat day. We do see visitTampaBay.com sky camera showing us downtown Tampa is gorgeous right now, as per usual. Seeing temperatures are running in the 70s right now, 76 to be exact, and also seeing 69 degrees for that dew point, meaning we are just feeling sticky and muggy outside, and it only gets hotter from here. So that's why it's imperative for you to wear the light colored, loose fitted clothing so you're nice and comfortable outside, wearing all that on top of drinking lots of water, taking breaks in the AC or in the shade to my outdoor workers. I know it just gets boiling out there and almost unbearable. Great way to beat the heat is having some fun in the sun, because it always just seems a little less worse out there, the heat, whenever you're out there on the boat. And speaking of which, we have beautiful boating conditions up ahead, like chop for the bays, but you cannot forget why we have to stay hydrated, because what happens? Heat exhaustion, heat stroke, those are two major things that we have to combat with all summer long. So please just be careful of that. In addition to that, sticking to the health beat right now, we do see your index for today, UV, is at 10. So that's going to be very high to almost extreme in some areas, really between about 10.6, right? So some areas 11, some areas closer to 10. Realistically, folks, overall today, it is definitely going to be very hot. Seeing a lot of sunshine, you will burn instantaneously, especially if you have some fairer skin. But even if you don't, even myself, very tan, you want to make sure sure you're slathering on that sunscreen to prevent any sort of skin cancer, right? And outside, look at this. You can see all throughout the day today, seeing a lot of sunshine, mix of sun and clouds for later on this afternoon at 3 o'clock. You see this one little speck of green. That's that light shower. 10% chance for a shower to pop up east of I-75. You can see this line right here, those winds colliding. That's why we get that shower potential over towards portions of Polk County. And heading into the rest of it, we are seeing that we are going to be very, very dry into tonight and tomorrow as well. Now, this is really something that I want to point out to you guys. Gorgeous shot from yesterday that I snapped. And I want to be able to see your pictures from the Memorial Day weekend, a long weekend up ahead. I know a lot of us have lost loved ones. Thank you so much to all those people that have served our country, your family members as well, making the ultimate sacrifice. So we have a beautiful weekend up ahead. I'd love to see any of your pictures so I can feature them on my picture of the day. Take a look, scan this QR code to send us all your photos and videos as well. Today, again, it's going to be hot, hot, hot out there, 93 degrees, 10% chance for a stray shower. 7-day forecast looking hot and dry, but beautiful with lots of sunshine for this Memorial Day weekend. Nice for travel at least, right, Sarah?
Yes, a reminder to drink that water. I feel like I've had a headache these last couple of days because of lack of water or something. I haven't even been doing exercises like I want to. So just a reminder, as Amanda's telling us how hot it is, to stay hydrated because you can be impacted by the heat in so many ways. And hopefully you have the AC on in your car. I-75 at US 301 moving very nicely right now. No big delays. Start of the sunrise there in the distance. And then traffic is flowing okay for the rest of our Bay Area roadways. Looking at those drive times right now, Veterans Expressway drive times all up to speed. No big delays to tell you about here. And then 275 moving nicely. 70 miles an hour is the speed limit there. A 13-minute drive southbound from Beers to I-4. Checking in with our Bay Area bridges. All good across the Courtney Campbell Causeway, Howard, Franklin, and Gandy. Jameson?
All right, thank you, Sarah. Hope is in the name, and it's part of the organization's firm foundation.
Yeah, for more than 20 years, Hillsborough House of Hope has been providing a roof and resources to women who are starting over after incarceration and addiction. Candy Alexander was a thriving businesswoman and homeowner before an opioid addiction robbed her of everything she had. We shared cheering Candy on. She's incredible. Linda Walker, such a special woman who's influenced and impacted so many women's lives, setting them up for success. Tomorrow, I'm emceeing Hillsborough House of Hope's Butterfly Tea Party fundraiser, which is happening in Tampa. Tickets are still available, or you can just donate online. It's such a great cause. All those profits go directly to the women involved, upkeep of those homes to make sure that they have everything they need to thrive.
It's great that that exists for them. You know, they're trying to get back on their feet, and they have a resource like that. It's great.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Right. Well, umbrellas, canopies, and tents. We all need some sort of shade for a day at the beach, but there is some confusion about what's allowed at Reddington Beach. We're breaking it down for you coming up.
10 Tampa Bay Traffic is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Stay informed with news alerts that are sent right to your phone. Stay prepared for any kind of weather. Stay connected to your community. Download the 10 Tampa Bay app. Sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
All week, 10 Investigates has been showing you the struggles of some Rebuild Florida recipients. They signed up for the state program after Hurricane Irma almost 7 years ago, and they are still trying to get their homes repaired or replaced. Coming up at 6:45 in a joint investigation with our partners at First Coast News, we're introducing you to a homeowner who's been in limbo, waiting to get her leaky roof repaired while it sits covered in a blue tarp.
Still no answers. The same thing. Everybody I talk to says, I don't know. I don't even know what these people are getting paid for, because it seems like they would have more information to be able to give you some time frame or something.
Our series Waiting for Rebuild continues at 6:45.
Remember, you can stay informed, prepared, and connected anytime 24/7 on your streaming device. Download 10 Tampa Bay Plus for free on Fire TV, Roku, or Apple TV.
And good morning. You're waking up at 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Jameson Euler.
I'm Caitlin Mockery. It's Friday, May 24th. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Let's